What up, my brothers? What's
Hey,
My
what's
brother.
happening? Open that good time. Boy, Lashik. Hey, I was gigging.
already know? Already know. Good times. What's going on, my brothers? How's everybody in the chat? I see some good people up in the chat, so I'm gonna kick it off real quick. Guido Sarducci, Carlos Muniz, the Endu, my brother. Primo Johnny's in the house. What's real? What it do with Big Lou? We got Rudy Castro. Edward Evan, how you doing, pal? Riddle 5K, what's going on? Let's see. That's so far. Oh, Lori Love's in the house. What's going on?
Lori Love, good to see you, sweetie.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's that little intro, bro. Even making that little intro, I was like, damn. I was looking at the streets, how they were back in the day. Wow, bro. We
I'll
made it
forget
through that.
about it.
Yeah.
Shit. Holy shit. Lou, how was it out there in
We gonna
Cali?
hit-
in
come
that
with,
era?
we come with the 80s, baby.
Yeah, JoJo the Wild Man, what's going on, partner?
JoJo the Wild Man.
Yeah, bro. Those streets were crazy back then, bro.
Let me
Oh,
click
forget
this off
about
right
it. I actually think that it's a lot calmer now than it was in that time.
Oh yeah, bro. It is what it is, man. I seen that 42nd Street joint, bro, and I was like, damn, the way it used to be to now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like Disney heaven now, and one like that back in the days. That was a spot everybody wanted. You would travel down there just to hang out.
Yep. Those were the three kung fu movies, bro.
Yeah. and you made them in the street because you had everybody from all the boroughs that would go down there and hang out. You had Brooklyn dudes over there trying to rob people, and you would be all different boroughs, different people different areas that you had beef with. You'd meet up out there. So we never go to the Deuce unless we were 3 deep and better.
Yep, and that beautiful smell of pee when you went into the train station, bro. Pee, shit, you name it, it was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
That's how it smells. That's how it smells at the Raider games, man. The bathrooms and the walls, the hallways leading to the bathroom. Because people don't give a shit. That line be so long, man. They just whoop right in the hallway. You know what I mean? That nasty piss smell. Whoop.
Yeah, nah, that was the norm back in New York, bro.
Yeah, Judo, we're definitely gonna do. We did one a while ago on the channel, and we dove into a little bit. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do another one on them.
Yeah, we are. We got a lot of content when it comes to that.
Yep. No doubt.
I missed those days in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And we're gonna be mixing it up with a few different things that we haven't done before. And hopefully everything runs right. And of course, we know you guys will give us the best, reactions or best criticism about what we did, good or bad. If you guys liked it or didn't or whatever, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to be changing things up as far as we're just going to stay away from what we've been doing, away from you guys know what, and then we're going to inquire some new things. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, in the words of my brother Lou, yep.
Yep, with a thumbs up.
Lori Love says,
I'm going to cut the mic off in a second because I'm going to.
All right. So Lori Love, let's put her up here. Lori Love said, I took my life into my own hands going through the Port Authority to get home. Yep.
Yeah, and she's right. It was, you never knew what was going to happen. Even the subway was a different time back then too. Yep. You'd get robbed. I can't even tell you how many times I rode the subway and watched people just get robbed right in front of you like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, bro. That it's sad because back then days, bro. I mean, it was weird because if you was up in Manny Hanny back in the day, they robbed somebody, bro, and nobody helped. Nobody did nothing.
People would look to the ground. You didn't say anything because you didn't want to be next.
Yep. But we've seen. I mean, even coming from the hoods, man, we seen dudes that were freaking. They were out there doing their thing, get involved in shit like that. So the people you wouldn't expect were the ones that would get involved in it and be like, nah, you ain't doing that. I've seen a couple of times that's happened.
And we've seen it like countless times in movies. I remember watching the movie King of New York, and they had the famous scene where he rode the train and he had the girl with him and he was kissing on her, and the three guys came into the train and they wanted to rob him. And he threw them the water cash and told them if they wanted to work to come to the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah.
I always looked at that scene and I always remembered my uncle. See, my uncle worked for Macy's. He would dress the windows on Macy's 34th, and he would ride the train. And my uncle he used to wear a leather trench coat with a fedora hat, old school gangster, had the rabbit fur around the collar, and he had a monster Bowie knife. And I mean, this Bowie knife was like, it was given to him as a gift. It was kind of like Damascus steel, and it was like almost 100 years old. And it was unbelievably strong. And he carried it in a shoulder rig under his trench coat. And three guys tried to rob him on that train. Needless to say, the end result was, when it was all said and done, the paramedics ran in the train car, and the train car doors open, and the blood was just pouring everywhere. There was goose down feathers from the jackets that they had on everywhere across the train. My uncle took out that Bowie knife and he went to town.
Yep. That's the way it was, man. I mean, people had to do what they had to do. I mean, that happened to us one time on what was it? On Fulton Street. We jumped on a train, bro, and it was me and one cat, bro. We came out of school, going home, and sure enough, bro, you remember there used to be those little crews that used to hang out on the subway stations, and they would rob people. And I still remember, bro, they started walking towards us, bro, and the kid he wound up taking a damn butcher knife from his mama's kitchen, bro, and had it in his book bag. And he sees all these cats walking up, bro, and this kid would not open his bag, bro. He left he got like, I don't know how to explain. He got scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grabbed this book bag, pulled that bitch out, bro, put it right under my damn freaking arm, bro. They seen that shit, the other way. Turned around, went the other way, bro. I was like, oh, hell no. So we got into the train, and you remember how we used to go through the train cars?
Yep.
When we used to go through the train cars, you could see everything coming, and they actually were going through, bro. They were fucking robbing people, bro. They were straight up robbing them. And then when they got to the car we were in, they were stopped by the door. You know what I mean? They just stopped there and just look in. And I can never forget. Two of the girls that were with them, bro, decided to play that funky shit. Open the doors like, oh, yeah. I tell you already know. I ain't playing that bullshit.
Yep.
I'm not playing
That's right.
that, but that's how it was back in the day, man.
I got robbed on the L train going to go stay in my aunt's house in East New York,
Oh,
and
damn.
that was it for me. You know, I had that 38 right in my face, and that's the thing. You know, when you look down that revolver, it's a whole different ball game than it is an automatic. Because with an automatic, you're looking at an automatic, you always take the chance. You might say to yourself, maybe there's no bullets, maybe it's a BB gun. With a
Yeah.
revolver, that's not happening. You're looking down that bad boy. You're seeing those little fat boys sitting in each of those little chambers, and you decide that, yeah. But after that, I've always kept a little 25 in my pocket. I always kept the shop every time I rode the train after that.
Bro, it is what it is. I
Oye,
remember what's up?
oye, mira quién llegó. Mira quién llegó. El lip
Oh,
gloss, el lip gloss laxative. Nuestro hermano. Vaya.
Yep, the revolver that looked like a barrel of a tank. Yo, damn right.
Absolutely. Leo, lip gloss laxative, our brother. Good to see you.
What's going on, Pike?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Just
there was
chilling.
a lot of shit,
West
bro.
side.
A lot of shit
It's why.
back in the days.
Oh yeah, it's why when I was doing licks, because you know, it was a time period where I started out. My first stuff was hustling, you know,
Yeah.
and when I chose to leave that alone, I got put up on doing scores, you know, and when we would do scores, it was all revolver time because you didn't want to take that chance. You didn't want somebody to get brave, and it's a big difference. You get no hesitation when it gets close enough to that. It gets within inches of that face. Everything changes. There's no questioning the situation. You see exactly what's right in front of you.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
the worst feeling. Like Lori Love, she just put up on the screen. She got
Yeah.
mugged getting on the R. The kid ran past and grabbed her chain. Bro, that's the worst feeling, bro. When you get robbed, man, it's like, yo, they just took they took your soul, bro. It's like, damn, I got robbed. That's fucked up, bro.
So I got a quick story, right? So this is like this got to be like 1990, 99, about 99 or 2000, and I was staying in another town, and I ended up leaving that night and going to another a nearby town, right, about 20 minutes away. Anyways, I get there, I see my cousin and his old lady, and they ask me for a ride to the store. So we go to the store. So at the time, my cousin, he has a blue pañuelo, right, a blue bandana, right, because I have two cousins that are Crips, right, and so we go to this gas station, man. I park my car. I'm keep in mind I'm driving my 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, right? I got it on 13s, little small rims, so it's not. People would call it a lowrider, but we don't call it a lowrider. It's more of a cruiser because it didn't have hydraulics. Okay, so we pull up to the gas station. They go right in. I get out. I leave the key in the ignition, and I take the gas cap off, and I finally make it in there. So when I walk in, he's having words with this cat, right? These two cats, and they're tripping off him because they see the blue rag. Well, obviously we're not dark skinned like black folks. We're Latinos, so they think that he's a Southerner, right? So sureño. So they're talking, and my cousin's like, "Well, what's up? You got a problem? Let's go outside." But I can peep game by the way the dude's talking. That he's packing or something, right? Because my cousin's a pretty big dude, right? And this guy's a little small dude, so it automatically tells me he's got to be packing. So what happens is while they're arguing, dude's talking about where he's from, right? And what neighborhood he's from the town he's from and the neighborhood he's from. So I tell him, look, that's where you're from? Yeah. Well, you know so-and-so and so-and-so? They're like, yeah, those are my homies. I said, well, that's my cousin, and that's his cousin, right? So now once I say that, the other guy that's with him tries to now calm him down. Now that I told him who our family is, he's trying to calm him down. Well, you can also tell by this time, I can tell the dude's drinking. He's drinking, he's perving, right? He's on one, right? He's buzzing. So I said, fuck this, right? So I go to my car. Okay, remember I said I left my keys in the ignition. So now I have to go back to the car, to the inside, grab the keys because I thought I had them in my pocket. I go to my trunk, open my trunk. Just as I open the damn trunk, I look to my left. The dude is on me. He's on me and I look down, he's got a thing, he's got a piece on me. I'm like, son of a bitch, what happened here? Like how the hell my cousin let this dude? Wasn't he looking? Like, didn't he? We just got almost into this dude. He just let his awareness go and didn't even trip. You know, because like I said, I had to walk away to the car. So, anyways, he's looking in the car, and at the time I was getting my slang on, right? So I had like a PlayStation. This is PlayStation 1 now. I had it right there visible. I had like an amp or two visible, but I also had a bunch of cash in there, like $7,000, and I had my piece, right? I didn't want him to find that shit. So anyway, this dude's like, give me that. I'm like, take it. I only paid literally like a dime each for these things, right? So I'm not tripping on that. I don't want what's there of value to be found, right? So I go ahead, take it. I don't even grab it for him. I let him take it. So he grabs what he's going to grab, jumps in his car, and they bounce. So now I'm like, motherfucker, right? So I'm reaching in there for my piece, and I grab it. And now all of a sudden my cousin's coming out the car, and I'm like, hurry the fuck up, right? So we jump in the car. Now, keep in mind, I'm in this big-ass car, right? It's long. So I go looking for these people up and down the neighborhood. I don't see them. We go all the way out to the mall. I don't see them. I come back, and I make a right on the street, and here they come. They're coming out as I'm going in. Man, I swear to God, man, no, I didn't even think about it, man. I just went ahead and went into action. You know what I mean? I tripped the shit out of the girl that was with us, which is now his wife. You know, and it just, like what Nelson just said, when that happens to you, you're like, oh my God, right? It just got me, and you get like, you know, some people might get scared. Some people, you feel like these motherfuckers got some nerve, man. So, you know, some people get scared. Some people feel violated where they got to get revenge, and I didn't even think second, man, when that happened. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I'm not saying this to try to boast and make myself sound like I'm some badass. My point to all this is, you just ain't thinking in the moment. When that happens, you want your get back. You know, you feel like Nelson said, violated. You feel like, how dare this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that feeling of being helpless.
Yep. I got to announce our guest today. Denzel Washington is in the house.
AKA Neo.
Ismael Rivera. Vaya.
What's going on?
¿Cómo están?
Everybody's doing good, bro.
Bien, qué chévere.
Yo, getting robbed in the city. Man, I got robbed so many times, it's not even funny, man.
Yo, that shit ain't no joke.
Yo, the last one, because I was a cab driver, right? And
man.
Yeah, I was talking to this young dude, man, young Black American dude, right? And I was talking about how sad it was that we hurt each other like that, you know. And he was talking, he was flowing, he was agreeing with me and all that. Took me out to East New York, and he said, "Wait for me, man. I'm gonna go get my money. My grandmother got it." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm looking around, and I only see like two dudes in the parking lot area, and they're looking weird, man. They're like looking left and right and all around. And I'm saying to myself, man, this don't look right, man. So when I put the car in reverse, I said, you know what, the hell with this money, man. I just don't like this scene right here. So I put the car in reverse. I had the window down. It was the summertime. Yo, dude came back and put his arm inside, put the car on park, and he had this nickel-plated, whatever the hell that thing was, because it looked so big. It looked like a nickel-plated tank, bro. And the guy's patting me down, says, "Where's the money?" Because I don't keep it. I keep it in my socks. So I said, "Yeah, well, I ain't gonna challenge this dude from the sitting position, so I'm just gonna give him my money."
Yeah.
So I gave him my money.
Yeah, man.
And he was said, "Is that it?" "Yeah, that's it." But shit, you know, don't stop there, man. Take some tires, bro. Take the damn the medallion off the top. You don't want that? Hold up, bro. Don't leave. Take this shit. Yo, he started laughing. He started laughing, bro. And but it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling.
You just told that. Hey, you just told that story right now, and two other stories that I've been involved with just came to my mind.
Look at that.
One was a taxi driver, and the other one was a guy that told me, wait, take this too, take this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Crazy,
man.
man.
He let me go. I was so mad, and then I was never one with the gunplay, but at that point in time, my homeboy gave me his 9mm, and I started driving around with that. But then it didn't make any sense to me because if they wanted to surprise me, I can't reach for the thing in time. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So I just left it alone, man. Because when they want to get you, they'll get you.
I got one.
Black hat music. Salute, sir. Doodoo Brown in town. What
Salute.
up?
Yep.
I got one. So we're doing scores, and we were very good at what we did. We had a custom white van, and that's what we would use. And my partner, that was the driver, he's doing life right now. He was, like we like to say, pagao, like he was just completely nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He carried 2 Tech 9s. So we did most of our dirt in Washington Heights. They actually had newspaper articles on the white van. And so we go do this job. We already knew how the spot worked. They always got the guy that opens up the door. And what he would do was he'd open up the door and he'd keep a .38 revolver in his left hand. And he'd open the door with his right hand. So as I go in through the door, the first thing I did was I pushed the whole door against him. So now he can't bring up the .38. My 3 partners, they run into the apartment. I then put the gun to him, make him drop it on the ground, close the door. We hem up the guy on the scale on the table. So now we got 3 people in the apartment hemmed up. We go through the stove because it was either in the stove or in the refrigerator. So 2 of us stay in the living room. Me and my buddy go to the back room. We already had inside information that they was keeping it in one of the rooms. And the room is completely empty other than a dresser and a mattress. So we're searching the dresser, nothing. Turn the dresser upside down, nothing. So I look at my buddy and he looks at me. I look at him and I look at the mattress and I go, okay. I had a Rambo knife. I pull out the Rambo knife. I go to the mattress. I'm about to stab the mattress and cut the mattress open and you hear boom. So we just turn out, we run out. One of my buddies is standing there cracking up, and my other buddy got the gun and he got this shocked look on his face, and the guy's on the floor, he was on his knees, and he was like screaming, saying, please don't do it in Spanish. What had happened was while we were in the room, my buddy thought it would be fun to put the gun in one of the guy's mouths. And him being so nervous about what was going on, the gun was banging on his teeth and it was chattering. And it was making a funny sound. So they both proceeded to laugh when the guy decided to grab the gun from in front of his face and try to wrestle it away. The gunshot goes off. We came off with about 8 grand, 200 grams cooked up hard. We jump in the van and we're gone. Wound up being there was $80,000 in the goddamn mattress.
Oh.
So if these 2 would not have been playing games and decided it would be a funny thing to do and put the gun in the guy's mouth, the score would have been a lot better than it was, but it was decent, but it goes to show you, things like that happen and we still would laugh at it to this day. And I was like, I used to tell him, I said, I remember that look on your face. He had no time did I think he was going to grab that gun. I said, no, you got it in his goddamn mouth. What do you think was going to happen? I said, and my other buddies over there fucking cracking the fuck up like it's funny. But needless to say, we lost out on 80 grand.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I don't really want to talk. I don't really want to say about my the one with the taxi driver, man. I'm not proud of it, so I don't really want to go into that. But you know what I mean? Because we don't think about it at the time, man. But when we do this type of shit, that type of stuff, man, we're scarring these people, man. You know what I mean? And
It's like I
you
said,
know,
bro, it happens. You get into that point where, you know, I've seen people do it where they got robbed and then they went on a rampage and said, you know what, if they're doing it to me, I'm gonna do it to others. And it is what it is, bro. You start feeling and thinking about it, you know. And now that we're older, if you really come to think about it, you're like, oh shit, I fucked up. That was fucked up, you know. It is what it is.
It's the action. Like I had a conversations with cats when I was doing my bid, and I would explain to them, with me in the streets, like you have some individuals that are just natural hustlers.
Yep.
My part of it, it was more so the action. I mean, I'd get up, and we'd go out to go do a score. Meanwhile, I got 2 Timberland shoeboxes under the bed filled up with cash with about 80 grand in them. And it was like,
Yeah.
wow. I'm like, I'm going out. I got 80 grand on the bed, and I'm going out because it was the adrenaline. It was the rush behind it.
Yeah.
It was a rush,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. The other story that Leo made me think about was I had a little homeboy with me. Well, he's my little homie coming up, right? And now he's married to my cousin, right? And anyways, we take a ride somewhere. He don't even know what I'm gonna do, and I make this phone call, and this dude come, you know, he's gonna come meet me. He tells me, I tell him where I'm at. I'm at a car wash, and he comes through, but I have my car, my '68 Cougar, parked across the street, and it's a pretty big, wide street. It's like 3 lanes on each side. Anyways, he comes, right, and it just so happened, luckily for me, he was driving a Ford Explorer that was a manual, right. So when I go ahead and do my thing, he ends up trying to take off, but you know, you have to let the clutch and gas, you have to do this, you know, simultaneously, right? So he ends up jumping and the car dies out, right? So I do my thing, and I only got, you know, I was only asking him for his money, and you know, and some woo wop, right? And so I'm ready to I'm about to leave, man. All of a sudden he says, "Hey, Boricua, here, toma." He tells me, and he's taking off rings, bro, and giving them to me. And I'm like, I wasn't even tripping on that shit. Man. It was a trip. He's like, Boricua, toma. Hey, and every time I used to try to get these dudes, set these dudes up, I call them, they be like, "¿Quién es? Who's this?" And I tell them, "So yo, Boricua," and then right away they'd hang up. My name got around, right? That name got around. It's just a trip though. But these dudes, like, I wouldn't do nothing like that. I wouldn't do nothing like that to these guys until they got real disrespectful, man. You know, they would start treating you like you was the shit. You know what I mean? And then that's when I had to go into action. But I ain't proud of that shit, man.
I was lucky enough that every time I got robbed, I did something stupid and left these dudes laughing and shit, like bugging out. Like, yo, what's good? Yo, but I had this one dude, Korean, right? This Korean cat that grew up with us. He disappeared for a while, came back in a sports car. Said, "Yo, let's go for a ride." We went for a ride with him. Yo, dude stepped out of his vehicle with an Uzi, walked into the fruit stand, Korean fruit stand, and the man, I guess he got hooked up with some Korean connection or something, because he was up in there going from fruit stand to fruit stand, claiming some rent money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was something.
Bro, I tell you what, you just hit that note, because I remember when I was in high school, we had a little clique, and it was this Chinese kid that used to fuck with us, and he was one of those back in the day with the dippity-doo hair going up in the air. You know, he was like a real rock type kid. You know what I mean? He was into rock music. And I remember one day we walked out of high school, bro, and we're walking down towards the bus. There was a McDonald's, bro, and all I remember was 2 cars pulling up, then a third one coming up. Yo, and it was just like a bunch of chinitos came out the cars, bro. So the kid, he looked at us and he's like, "Yo, whatever happens, don't get involved in it." So I'm like, what the hell is this kid talking about? So sure enough, bro, they yoke them up, bro, and they're looking at us, and I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. We, you know, this and that." And the kid's yelling at us like, "Yo, don't get involved. Don't get involved." Long story short, they wound up taking the kid. They put him in the car, and we're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So they llevaron. So we're like, "Oh fuck, we gotta, you know, walk towards his house, see what's up." So we go towards his house. you know, the kid's not there. I'm like, oh damn. So we get on the L train down in towards Knickerbocker. We get on the L train. When we get on, bro, sure as shit, there's two chinitos walking down the fucking. They come down the steps. Yo, the same chinos that were in the car, bro, run down the train station and grab one of these chinitos. The other one started running through the tracks, bro. So they got this chinito. I'm looking at my man like, what the fuck's going on? Long story short, we didn't see the kid for about a week, bro. Yo, he comes back in. He shows up. Now he shows up. He ain't got that hairdo no more. His shit is cut. I mean, low. And you're laughing. He already knows. Yo, we go into the locker rooms, my G, and cuando este chamaquito se quitó la camisa, you could see the work, the artwork that was done on him.
Oh, shit.
Artwork, brother. And I'm like, oh, damn. And the kid looked at me and he was like, bro, he says they choose. And
that's the tongue. That's the tongue.
Yep. So to this day, bro, like I said, I seen him maybe about 20 years later, dude. And this kid was, he was up there. He was up there, bro. I was like, damn, that's the way they used to roll back in them days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was the Chinito version of the Apache line.
Oh shit! Yep.
That's what it was, bro. It's weird though. Once you saw, I was like, damn.
Listen, you've seen it. You've seen them firsthand. If anybody in the 80s, middle 80s, late 80s, if you went to Chinatown, you would see them, and they were serious. I mean, that's one thing about those guys. They did not play. They did not play at all. And their thing was them barber razors.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now though, there are these Boricuas. They used to go down there and challenge them dudes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They used to challenge them to fight and all that shit. Like it was some kung fu movie and shit. Those were my my ex's uncles. My ex's uncles used to do that shit.
Bro, listen,
these dudes were
everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids was fast as lightning.
These dudes were like in some movie type shit.
Yeah, bro.
Have the geese on. Yes, sir. Have the geese on, boy. You know
Hell yeah.
Ready to get it.
Yo, these cats was out there, bro. My lady's uncles, they was out there, bro. Uno Boricua, bro. Yo, these were these like tree chewing Boricuas, bro. These dudes didn't, they didn't play, bro.
Yep.
Dude, my uncle, when he first broke into the martial arts, was back in the late 60s. I want to say it was the late 60s. It might have been very, very early 70s, but he began training with Bruce Lee right here in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay, you know I mean? That's right, because you guys are out in California, yeah.
No, I'm in Cali. Nelson's in Georgia, and Carlos is in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Bruce Lee was born out here, and then I believe he went back to China. Well, not back. Excuse me. He went through China, and then he came back to the States, and he started off in Oakland, and then San Francisco. Yeah. Yep. And my uncle was from Hayward, so that's right there. You know what I mean? Like 10, 15 minutes away from Oakland.
Two of you grew up in the Bronx, though, right?
Nah,
I grew up in the Boogie Down.
Okay, so in the Boogie Down, I used to go to Miamaru on 3rd Avenue in Tremont.
Yep.
Yeah. That dude was nuts, bro. That Ada was bonkers. Straight up.
Yeah, and Nelson's from Brooklyn. Nelson's from Brooklyn, and he's got his share of badass martial artists, too.
Bro, listen, I'll tell you what, bro. That shit right there, you had a lot, because Carlos could attest to it, and so could Leo, but back in them days, everybody and their mother was fucking Bruce Lee.
Hell yeah.
We used to wear the chanclas. Yeah, we used to wear the chanclas, all that shit, bro. And like me, I got into it for a while, and my boys got into it. But we had one dude that, he kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? So he got that brisa, like we call it, la brisita. He
Yep.
thought he was the shit. So he decided to fuck around with this kid that I knew from the streets. And
Right.
yo, the kid was good with his hands. So I told my boy, I'm like, yo, bro, this ain't, you know, karate school or nothing like that, bro. This dude gonna whoop your ass. Nah, bro, ain't nobody whooping my ass, this and that. Yo, by the time that kid went and did that karate or whatever stance, yo, the teeth flew out his mouth.
Damn.
That was it. It was over. Karate Joe went out the door, and it was like, oh shit, bro. I remember
What?
trying to push the kid's teeth back in his mouth, bro.
Broke his shit.
Yo, pushed them back. Pushed them
Yeah.
back. I was like, oh hell no, la karateca se fue para el carajo.
Yo. That's yo. Nah, bro. I don't. See that? See that shit? Nah.
Bro.
I don't. You know, I've been doing it since I was 9 years old. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the one style I perfected the best, I think is the one that I've been able to defend myself the most with, and that was Run Fu, bro. Run Fu. Hell yeah, bro.
I thought you were gonna say Kung Fu. Kung Fu.
No, not even that, bro. Not even that. Bro, I was out, bro. I'm not like I said before. I'm not a tough guy, bro. So yo. I mean, if I
you were a track star. You were a track star. You was a track star.
I became one. I became Carl Lewis in a heartbeat, bro. I was out. What?
Yo, that was.
Hey,
man.
I just read Drito. I got a story about this too. Drito says, I give the Asians props for always rolling deep and always having each other's backs versus everyone else. I grew up in neighborhoods near Chinatown in Manhattan and in San Francisco. So I seen that right now and I started laughing. That's when you guys heard me laugh a little bit or make a little noise. One time I was in the county jail and I had the keys right there, right? That means I was calling, rolling. I was running things, right? And it's not a big county jail, so it's not no big deal. It's just the only thing was I was the only one that had prison experience at that time, so they basically like threw him in my lap. So anyways, we have an issue with this Asian dude. The homie comes up and it gets back to me that he was trying to, I don't remember if he was trying to rob homies on the street or if it was something in the jail and another building that he had like told on the guy or something. It was one of those stories. So anyways, I have somebody that would be my mouthpiece, and I had them go talk to not him, but the guy running the thing, had the keys for the Asian, and he goes up and says, "Hey, that dude got to go, man," and they're like, "Oh," and he tells them what happened, and then he's like, "Well, we're not gonna do it. He's Filipino." Now all of a sudden, he's Filipino, he's not Asian, which I don't really consider Filipinos Asian. I consider them more Islander and more, a lot of them have Spanish blood in them too, but
yep.
In jail, that's how it rolls. In prison and jail, and especially California, that's how it rolls. The Filipinos are with the Islanders, which is the Samoans, Tongans, Hawaiians, and then all the Asians are with them as well. So anyway, dude says, since we're back, he's Filipino. We're not, he's not with us like that. I think dude was either Vietnamese or Cambodian that was spoke to. So eventually we talked to him again. It's like, oh, you ain't gonna get him out of there? He's like, nah, okay, well, we're gonna do it. So we told him, hey, tell your peoples to stay away. Well, they wouldn't stay away. Either he didn't pass the message to these other dudes, or they were just sticking around and didn't give a fuck. So what happened was the two torpedoes go in there, and they start bombing on him. And they start bombing on the dude, and all the little Asians starts jumping out of the way because they're little dudes, right? And they all start jumping out of the way to get out of there. But they didn't try to like defend him or nothing, But so they really didn't give a fuck about him because he was Filipino, but they were still allowing him to be around them in the circle, But it was just funny. They were jumping out. They were like, "What the hell?" Like the Vietnamese ones were like, "What the hell?" And they were jumping to get out of the way. It was funny, man. It was funny.
Yo, there was this Chino in a facility I was at. There was this Chino. He must have been about 5'8", 5'9", maybe 160 pounds, maybe. And then he was a nasty artist, bro. That dude was amazing, bro. He could draw shit right off the top of his dome. He didn't even have to look at anything and copy it or anything. So he did a handkerchief for this Puertorro. Dude's last name is Ramos, right? And I guess a while back, the Chinito had made a handkerchief for him, but the Puertorro never paid him. The Puertorro was like 6'2", probably about 220, solid, bro, solid. And I saw Ramos one day, and I said, "Yo, damn, dog, what happened, bro? Oh shit, you got jumped? Did you get jumped?" And he said, "Nah, it was the Chinito." I said, "What, bro? This dude had stitches, missing teeth, cast, all kinds of shit." So there was this officer, he's Puertorro, right? And I said, "Yo, man, yo, what happened to Ramos? Yo, he said he didn't get jumped. He said it was Chinito." He said, "Yeah, bro, that shit happened in the chow hall." I said, "What the fuck? How's that?" "Yeah, that Ramos owed the Chino some money for a long time. So the Chino finally stepped to him in the chow hall and said, 'Yo, what's up with my money?' And the Puertorro got up thinking that because he was bigger than him, that he was going to take care of business. And he said, and the officer said that for us to see what the Chino did to this dude, we had to slow down the film, bro. That's how quick and nasty he gave it to this dude. Laid him out. Floored him, bro. So they hope you, bro.
Damn.
He left him looking crazy, bro.
Yo, it brings back a memory of somebody I grew up with that was real close. Rest in peace, Robert. I grew up on Fordham Road and T-Bout Avenue, and there was
T-Bout.
Yeah,
that's the spot, bro.
I grew up there, and
you and your Crazy Eddies.
Exactly. Crazy Eddie's on one side. Yep. And my buddy Robert, we grew up with. Robert was an only child. His mother worked for social services, and he was the only child, and he had everything. I mean, like video cameras. Back then, and we would make movies in the lobby of his building, you know, with the video camera, just rolling it and make our own movies. But since a kid, he studied at Tiger Kim's karate school, and he studied Jeet Kune Do. Yes. Shit. Well, Robert was one of the best students there, and other than him doing that, he would teach in the PAL on Webster Avenue. So in the process of him teaching in the PAL, he got to know a lot of police officers. So Robert in 1990 went to a house party with a friend of his, and his friend was just happened to be dancing with a girl who's had a boyfriend there, and it just so happened it was their block and it was their party, and they decided to try to beat up on the guy, and Robert, you know, was defending his friend. He literally beat up the party by himself. Like you know the punching horse, like you watch the movies and they would have all the sticks coming out and you spin it.
Yeah.
He had everything. He had one whole room that was just dedicated to all his martial arts stuff with the bag and everything. He was nasty. He was as nasty as you can get. He pretty much beat up the whole party, and he escaped out of there. But he went back to get his friend who was hiding like a coward under the staircase and couldn't find him. And then when he ran back outside, he got a block up when he was hit with a 30-06 round, and he lost his life there. And I remember it clearly because we all went up there, and I remember the police officers crying because they were saying, "Look at this kid. He could have killed every single one of these guys inside this party, and he didn't. He just hurt them. You know, he broke a couple of bones and he just laid them out. But his skill was that good that he could have killed all of them, and he didn't. He just hurt them. He didn't do anything physical where they couldn't recover, and he still lost his life. So it was a big rest in peace to Robert. And it was like, man,
them dudes had no respect, bro. Them dudes had no respect. They didn't know how to take the L.
No, they didn't. You know.
That's the problem with a lot of. That's the problem with a lot of people, man. They'll hold that grudge until they can finally get you, and that's what's on their mind. Kill. You know what I mean?
He dropped at the corner of the block. Oh, he was about to make the turn to go around the corner, and the guy had a 30-06 with a scope. So it was just, other than that, if it would have been like a regular pistol or stuff, they would not got him. He was that far away. But that rifle and that scope just, you know, dropped and blew his back out his chest, you know.
Yo, that's some cowardly shit, bro. Cowardly. That's the one thing I can't understand. I can't stand cowards, bro. That's a coward, bro. That dude is trash, bro. From a distance, bro. You know, growing up, shit, I caught more L's than an alphabet soup, bro. Yo, and even after that, after getting your ass whooped, you know what the deal was, bro. After that, it's over, man. Keep it moving.
You keep it moving, but you fight. Like we grew up, I was always skinny. I'm skinny now. I've always was skinny, but we were taught it doesn't matter if you win or lose, but you show up, you fight, right. You just, you know, and that's how it was. You know, we grew up in our block, all of us, and I was just privileged that all my family, all my cousins, we all grew up in that block. But our uncles were serious, and they would tell us, you know, it don't matter if you win or lose, you show up. You know, losing is part of life, you know, but you make sure you show up. And we'd have fights, and it was, you know, but it's funny because you mentioned Crazy Eddie. I remember the blackout of 77.
Oh, shit! Yes!
I remember people running down my street carrying TVs, stereo players, speakers. Back then they had there was way before VHS and Beta, they had the big disc. Those big chrome discs, those disc players, I seen them all. That blackout was something else, and it was all the stores on Fordham Road were being hit, and they were all run down our street. You know, I remember my uncles being out there with a shotgun and a 357 and making sure, because it was just crazy. That blackout of 77 was something else. They hit that Crazy Eddie hard.
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, that blackout, that shit was it. I was up on University Avenue when that shit jumped off, between 183rd and Fordham.
Yep. It was something else. It was something else. I remember it clear. I can always still visualize the people running down the streets with everything. They were hitting all the stores, clothes and everything.
Damn, bro. You just got fucking memories, bro.
Yo, that blackout, the next day, yo, every area that had a store was devastated. Everywhere.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was.
Fordham, 3rd Avenue, 149. Woo!
Yo, that's
devastated. Windows shattered, shelves cleared out.
Yeah, but it was. That's the same thing in Brooklyn, bro. I remember. And I remember it because the following day, bro, I had family members that were already in lockup because of that. We were looking for them, bro, and the next thing you know, the precinct, bro, we get a call, yo, you so-and-so, yeah, well, so-and-so's in here, so-and-so's in here. I'm like, God damn.
Have you seen Williamsburg lately?
Bro, let me tell you something. The last time I went to Williamsburg, I took my wife out there. She wanted to see where I was raised and shit. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna take you to Los Sure. You remember what Los Sure was? So I'm gonna go to Los Sure. Back in the day, Los Sure was hot.
What are you talking about? That thing was on fire.
Bro, listen, I tell you what, when we went over there, she looked at me, she said, motherfucker, this where you raised from? I was like, I don't think so. I think I'm in the wrong neighborhood.
Transform.
They flipped it, bro. I was like, holy shit. When I started seeing people walking by with their little dogs and their little freaking
Blanquitos.
Yeah. I was like, oh, hell no. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yo, you can't even live there now. The rent is so high over there.
Nope, not at all. My son looked at the rents. He was like, damn, I like this area. Yo, 2,400 studio. I was like, oh, hell no.
Gentrification.
Nope.
Yo, that area transformed. Yo, you know what they're doing with the South Bronx too, right? They're trying to get everybody out.
That's what they're doing.
Gentrification is we were talking about it. We have a buddy of ours that has a channel called Driving New York with BK Skip, and you know, he takes us on a tour of the city, and it brings back memory because it's been 20 plus years far removed. I haven't seen the city, and I always enjoy watching his show because it takes me back. But he also touched on that today about how New York was such a melting pot of different nationalities and stuff. But with gentrification, things change. You know, your area just doesn't look the same anymore. It just doesn't.
When you go into the Hunts Point area, depending on where you go in, let's say you're on 163rd and you go in that way, right? If you go in on 163rd, you go straight ahead, you're gonna see the barge, right? The boat, the prison.
Yeah.
But if you bang a right, like one avenue before, and go all the way down, or maybe right from over there, yo, there is a park, a playground for kids. Yo, that thing looks serious, bro. That thing looks like a little Disney, bro. It's incredible. Nothing that we would have ever had.
No, not at all.
So they're
No.
prepping that whole area. They want all our people out of there.
I tell you, I did a Google Street View of my building that I grew up in. Because I grew up at Fordham and T-Bout, and then I grew up at Washington near Tremont, and all the empty lots. No more empty lots. No more empty lots.
No.
Houses and everything, and it was just like wow. Because my building at one time was the only building on the block. Everything else was houses and empty lots. And
Washington and Tremont, you were near the Pink House.
Yep, I grew up right there in the corner, 179 in Washington, 2028 Washington Avenue.
Yeah. Nope, no more empty lots. They developed that right there, and
Yeah,
that
they
precinct
did.
right there. Yeah, I had the honor to be in there.
Oh, the 4-8?
Yeah. That was
Oh
wonderful.
man, I took many ass whoopings inside that 4-8. That's why I laughed. We touched on that before. You know, this generation, you know, the interrogation room is a lot different now than it was back then. I mean, you went in that bad boy. You definitely didn't come out looking the same.
Nah, man, it wasn't playing.
No,
And I
it
had
did.
the privilege of getting snatched up by the 3030 in Manhattan. That was a lot of fun too.
Wow. The boys didn't play back in the day, man.
Nah, man.
Or what about when they pull up? They pull up in the police car, and they search everybody, and then they go, "Come here, guys," and they'd go to the back of the police car and pop the trunk open, and say, "Well, we're gonna be back in 5 minutes. You guys clear out. If not, you see what's inside the trunk." And they would have boxes of all kind of guns and knives and stuff, and says, "Yeah, you guys get to choose which one we put on you."
Wow.
And the block will clear out. It was a different time. It was a whole different era back then.
Man, these assholes from the 30th. I was facing some serious shit. But these dudes, when they put me in the van, they had 2 dudes in there already, but they were there for having a open alcohol bottle and a roach, a tiny ass roach. And these motherfuckers, when they sat me in there, they said, "Man, y'all ain't shit. This is what we were looking for." And they were outside of the van, and they were all clapping and cheering. "Yeah, we got them." Fucking assholes.
Oh,
I remember them picking us up off the street and taking us to the precinct, feeding us McDonald's, and making us do lineups.
Oh, word?
Yeah. They needed to fill the lines up, so they take us in there, but like, get up in the lineup. And you'd be up in the lineup, you know, turn to the right, turn to the left, and everything, and you take your McDonald's, and they tell you, now you can go.
Yeah, look, es sucio.
Yo, bro, I'll tell you what. In those days, bro, those cops, I mean, it is what it is. We had a lot of bad fucking cops, bro.
What?
And I thought, you know, growing up, you know, we were always taught to respect cops, you know, yes, sir, no, sir. They stop you because family members already knew you get mouthy, you getting what you're going to get, point blank,
Right.
especially with the slapjack and all that shit.
Ooh.
I always
The little black slapjack, yes, sir.
the little black
Diablo.
one. So I got caught up one time, bro, and they took me into over there on it was Bay Ridge over towards 3rd Avenue. There was a precinct up there, and they put me in for a fucking like a day, bro. So I'm sitting in there, bro, and they're walking this dude. and I'm watching them walk the dude into the cell. Bro, I seen the dude's foot. The cop's foot crossed in front of the kid's feet. The kid went forward, bro. He had the blackjack in his left hand. And he brought that motherfucker up while the kid was going down. Bobby, when I tell you the blood that came out that dude's mouth, and then he played it like, oh, I was helping you up. I didn't want to let you fall. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
He knocked his whole front grill out, bro. I was like, oh, damn. Them boys didn't play, bro.
That shit was horrible, bro.
Chacho.
That shit had lead in it.
I haven't heard that word since the 70s. Yeah. Slapjack.
Oh, bro, that slapjack was no joke, bro. It's like I said, the billy clubs. The billy clubs, bro. I thought it was a joke when they used to say, oh, yo, them niggas will knock you on the ground. Bro, listen, I got caught trying to run. And like I said, the damn stick went in between my legs and I hit that concrete hard as hell. I was like, oh, hell no.
Yep. They'll try to trip you up, or they'll go for your elbows and your knees. That's what they usually crack people at.
They were the masters at it. If you took off running, they would throw it. Each end would hit the concrete and it would bounce, and it didn't matter. It was going to go in between your feet or it was going to catch you in the back of your Achilles. You were going to the ground, and it was like a boomerang. They got real good with it. They got good with it.
Well, they practiced every time you seen a cop, bro. They were swinging that little damn stick, bro. Swinging a stick off of the damn little. Remember, I used to have that little rope on the back end of it.
Yeah, the little leather strap, kind of like a bigger version of what was kept on those 007 knives that we carried.
Yo, bro, think about it today, and it's like, wow, man. You know, a lot of people that can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot, bro. We went through a lot. We were knuckleheads.
Oh, Kane Shake got a good one.
Hey, guys, let's see. Let me put it up. I'm working two computers here. Hey, guys, what was the feeling like when the first time you got handcuffs put on y'all? Kane Shakes, I'll tell you what. The first time I ever got anything put on my arms, they used to use the thick-ass zip ties. And those were worse than the cuffs because them suckers cut your circulation. I mean, by the time it was done, bro, you didn't feel hands. It was like you had no hands.
It's a scary feeling, especially when they put them on you and they put you. See, what they would do with us when we were young, my first time, they just basically sat me in the car, but I knew the routine already. You know, you basically, you cry. If you play hardcore, they'll do the whole process through the precinct in itself. Yeah. But if you sat in the car and you cried and you looked miserable and you were pretty much good at it, they'd let you sit there for about 10 or 15 minutes and they'll pull you out the car and they'll take them away. But they made sure they put them extra tight while you sat in there those 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes felt like 3, 4, or 5 hours.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Speaking of zip ties, man. One time I'm in the pen one time and two different group segments got into it, a riot, right? It was a race riot. It was two different races and they got into it. It was the blacks and the southern Latinos, right? And they got into it. Bro, I mean, this was the way that this lieutenant called the shots on how to handle this was terrible. It was so unprofessional. It was rookie-like. And he goes around and has them start zip tying everybody that wasn't involved. In the meantime, everybody that was involved within the blacks, the different blacks, like from the Crips, all the different Crips from different areas, different counties, they all start fighting in between time. Anyways, we're zip tied. They started zip tying all of us first. Not only that, we had to strip out butt naked first, right? And then they zip tie us, and we were literally zip tied for like, well, it was about 8 hours because this happened just before yard recall. So you're talking 9 o'clock at night. We didn't get in. I didn't get in my building till like almost 7 o'clock in the morning, right? So we were out in that yard like 8 hours zip tied, bro, and it was so bad. I mean, because we all had to eventually use the bathroom, but like Nelson said, them things were on so damn tight. When we finally got them off, man, I couldn't feel my arm. It took me literally like almost about a half a day for my feeling to come back in one of my arms, in my wrist and hand. It was crazy. Yeah, it was nuts. But that shit did not feel good at all.
Yo, I think the worst experience I had with that was the last time I had gotten caught up. They cuffed me down, but when we were going to the judge, bro, they freaking basically they shackled me. You know what I'm saying? So I was the only one out of like, I think it was like 15 of us that got that treatment. You know, they put the shackles on my feet. On my, bro, that was the worst one, bro. I was like, damn, what the hell? And then you had dudes that were there that, you know, they were bringing in from downstate, and them dudes were like, yo, why you hemming them up like that? Everybody else is cool, but you gotta hem him up. I was like, oh man, fuck it.
Shit.
Nelson, drop
Man,
that link in case Leo wants to jump back on.
You should see what they got going on now. I know you guys. I mean, I don't know about Florida, but I know Nelson hasn't been in no trouble in a while. But
Nah.
they came out with this. They came out with this deal where you're shackled from your ankles, from ankle to ankle, right? And then you got the belly chain going around you, and then you got this. Your hands are in front of you, and you're handcuffed with this black box. I mean, this thing is so freaking close. I mean, it's uncomfortable. You can't even
You can't do nothing with the black box.
You can't do nothing. Guess who designed this fucking black box for these motherfuckers?
Inmate.
Yeah, exactly. Some inmate that wanted to turn his life around. He wanted to turn his life around now, because he's seen God or some bull crap, right? And the only reason I'm saying that, because he did not stay out. He ended up coming back, and he freaking designed it with the help the cops design it, because he was a master at slipping it, getting out of his cuffs. Oh man, that shit's so uncomfortable, man. And this was at a county jail facility. The first time I ever seen these. I mean, even when we get on the Grey Goose to be transferred from another joint, we don't even put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they belly chain us, but it's just a loose, it's a loose deal right there. There ain't no black box. It's fucking crazy, man.
God don't make black boxes.
Oh,
Yeah. The black box is one of the most uncomfortable inventions and secure for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was. It's sad to say, but it was ingenious because it won't let you move your hands. You won't be able to do certain things. You're only your hands are in one position, and you can't. And it's not like you can even try to jimmy it and do anything to get out of it. No, there's no such thing. It's the most uncomfortable position for your hands.
Yeah, you can't do shit about it, bro.
Yep. Nope. If Just Chillin' is here, he's from LA County, man. The LA County had a big problem with guys slipping their cuffs and taking off on other people.
Yep.
Yeah, no, bro, it is what it is. Listen, for the people that are in the chat, if you guys ever want to see how the jail system was, especially in New York with Rikers, check out Short Eyes. Short Eyes, it gives a good little story about Rikers Island.
Rikers was garbage.
Bro, Rikers, bro, chacho.
They want to close it down, right?
Yeah, they've been talking about that for decades, and it eventually will, because of everything that's gone on there, and that's one of those things where you will never be the same if you go through those doors. You've nobody that's gone through it has ever been the same. It's gladiator school at its highest level, at its highest level.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
You either have to become the victimizer or you become the victim.
Yeah, man. That's
It shut me up. I don't even want to mention it.
That's crazy, because I seen a documentary. That's probably the one you're talking about. And this dude, this Puerto Rican cat, he's talking about, he went in there because they got an area there where they house juveniles, right? Like 16, 17-year-olds, I think it is. And he was talking about how, this is his first time locked up, man, and he's getting basically punked for his stuff. But he was like, I wasn't like an asshole like that. He didn't really know what was going on. And this dude was highly trained in martial arts. So once he was like, oh, he got it, what was going on, he went right up to that dude and took his shoes, beat his ass, got his shoes back, and then whatever commissary was taken, he went and handled that with those people as well. but he was telling the story that, you know, he wasn't really up on game. He never was schooled. He didn't know really what was going on, and, you know, and he didn't want to take it there, you know, but then he said, fuck this, I got to take it there. There ain't no ifs, ands, but I got to go back and get my shit. Show the motherfuckers that I'm not no punk. You know what I mean? And it's real quick. They use the razors. The razors are real, you know, obviously the gang, but the razors, you know, we don't have that. Like, it's different over here in Cali. You know, that's you know, that's one of the things too about this channel, that we got the perspective, the East Coast brothers, and then the West Coast. You know, and it's just it's different, but nonetheless, it's still vicious. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, it's vicious. It's vicious on both sides, both ends, both sides. But it's just different how things are conducted. But yeah, I tripped out on that documentary. And then China Mac too. China Mac tells his story on what he had to go through. You know what I mean? So there ain't no such thing as like only this, you know, white boys or Asians. And man, you got to prove yourself all the way around the board if you're not known. You know what I mean?
You always
Check this out. Listen to this. Listen to this sound, right? Ready? Check it out. Did you hear that?
You spitting razors out your mouth again, bro?
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
that's what you heard in Rikers. That's what you heard in Rikers.
Yep.
Bro, I've been spinning razors since I was 11 years old, and we did a show a few shows back where I actually showed everybody just exactly how you do it. You know, how you spit it, how you practice it, how you flip it in your mouth. I don't have my top row of teeth, so it's a little more difficult. I can't shoot it into my hand as far as before, because you know you got to use the wind when you blow it off your tongue. But if you're good at it, you can blow it in your hand, bring it all down in one movement. They won't even know they're cut until they go and touch it, and then it opens right up.
Yep.
I think Leo was on that one when you did that, I believe.
Was that?
Yeah, we did.
Weren't you on that? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. In the Tombs in Manhattan, when I first arrived, there was a pastor on the phone. I think I told you guys that, right? Did I?
No.
So there was a pastor on the phone, and you know how dudes get phone check. Well, there was this young buck. He decided he was going to check the pastor on the phone. Told him in a rude way, "You got to go." And the pastor kept talking on the phone and said, "Listen, I got to go. God bless you," all that other good stuff. He hung up the phone, and then I heard blasted that young buck's face wide open. All I heard was screaming and blood everywhere, bro. The pastor apparently wasn't his first time going around. Yo, he blew his face wide open. The kid was screaming, blood everywhere, bro. Man, you never know.
See, like you said that right there about the phone. See, over here we don't have that issue because the phones are by either group segments or cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for example, the prison, only we got to sign up for the phone, right? We got to sign up for the phone, but only blacks and us use those phones. You know what I mean? And then the other side of the building, there's two other phones, and then the whites and the Sureños use those phones. So there's never an issue. And the same thing with the showers, the same thing with the basketball courts, the same thing with the bars, the handball court. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Everything is designated. You know, even sometimes yeah,
the phones in the county jail, man. Woo! That was the scene for a lot of drama.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about because that's what you hear. Phone check, homie. Phone check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know what that pastor told that kid after he sliced him.
God bless you, brother.
Dios te bendiga.
Dios te bendiga, mijo.
Dios te bendiga. Bendiciones.
No seas tan maricón.
Yeah, no me jodas más.
Face wide open, bro. That kid, he wasn't expecting that, man. He thought he was an older man, and he thought he was messing with some, I don't know.
He was a vet.
Square. Some cuadrado. He thought he was a square. Square, bro. You know, not knowing that he probably was, he probably had 2 or 3 prison terms or bids, how they say on the East Coast, bids already in him, and he changed his life, and somehow some old came up, or he started dabbling in some of his old activities, one or the other. But
probably, or some parole violation type shit. Yeah.
See, that's kind of like the whole thing with the spitting the razors. You can learn how to spit a razor, but if you're not good with your hands, it's not going to do you any good. You gotta be able to have good hands, because most of the interaction with that razor in the hand is you being able to throw them dick beaters when you're fighting. You
got to.
Yeah.
You can't.
Same thing with.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's the same thing with your piece, like your pedazo, your piece, right?
Yeah.
We don't go out to the yard with them in hand or in our pocket. No, we got them in the vault, and you practice in your cell how to drop them, where it's not noticeable. You know what I mean? And so you're on the yard, you kneel down, you drop that thing right out, and then you go to work. You can't, you have it's a method behind it. Just like what Carlos is saying, it's a method. You got to be, you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And that's why you practice in your cell. These certain techniques and things.
Lou, let me ask you a question, on that note, so basically it was like we call it boofing. Te lo metía por atrás, and that's what it was, right? Now, did you ever but did you ever see something jump off where somebody was hip to it, y le metió una pata por el culo a alguien?
Kick him in the ass.
Exactly.
No. You know why? Because you couldn't. No, because you got your guys. You got your security in place.
Okay.
Yard security in place on the yard, and nobody has no business crossing into your area. Sometimes they'll give a person a warning. They'll give a different. They'll give you a warning, perhaps, like they'll stop you. They'll step in front of you, and they'll tell you, "Hey, you can't come through here." And then the next time if you do it again, they won't even talk. They'll just get on that ass. So, and that goes for all the groups, and not just us that say that. It's all the groups. You're not allowed to. Yeah. So if that happens to you, if that happens to you, or somebody does that to you, you just flat out fucking up. You know what I mean? There should be no reason.
That's what I mean. You got something like that, bro, and they kick you, bro. That's gonna rip your intestines in half.
Oh yeah. There's been times where I've heard this. I've heard dudes having fucking bad pains because they got some up in there and where they have to tap out and go man down, and then they get busted with the weapon eventually, because they got to come out. But I've heard of that shit. Another thing I heard of, because when you're in the hole, like ASEG, we call it the hole, which is administrative segregation, which is the hole. You don't have you're not entitled to get plastic. So how are you going to be wrapping up things? Okay, so the reason I'm saying that is because I'm gonna say this. Everybody that's there, every filter or directive or embracement, everything that gets passed out to everybody in your car, they all have to initial it, right? They got to initial it because they're saying, yes, I read it, I understand everything, and whatever it's saying as far as rules, I'm telling you that, yes, I understand it, I'm going to abide by it. So you put your initial, or it's not really your initial, what it is your CANA clearance. And the CANA is basically whatever that paper is. That's a CANA. That's what we call it, right? Okay, so whatever it might be, it might say on there that we're on a half 60 right now. Half 60 means we're not going to take off on site, but be on your toes and be aware and watch everything that's going on. Okay, so that goes out. Everybody that's in your household will somehow initial it or sign it, which usually it's just your clearance your CANA code. Your CANA code, and then you sign it. Okay, so all this stuff is always kept. Everything that's been filtered out on that yard from your people, it's all kept. But you can't just have it in your letters. You can't just have it under your mattress. No, everything's rolled up in a scroll fashion, like the old school, the scrolls. Everything is rolled up like that, and every piece of paper that we write on that goes out to the homies, it's only 3 bars wide. You know what I mean? So it's very small. It's 3 bars wide, and it's the full length of the paper of a notebook paper. I'll make one day and show everybody. And then you got to dress it up with a border and all that, and you got to put on top who it's from, who's it coming from, and the date, and then what's the topic of the kana. Okay, so all those are kept all the time. So this guy, this guy might have been in that position for the last 6 months. So everything has been filtered to everybody that came back to him. He has it all rolled up. It's all rolled up as tight as you can have it, and it's got to be secured. And what I mean by secured is it goes up your what. Okay, but when you're in the hole, you don't have access to new plastic all the time, right? So you got guys that are using the plastic from the cookies. That's all hard ass plastic, right? The corners are very hard. So just imagine always folding up your shit and then having to put that up there. Eventually that's going to start rubbing on, poking and whatever else on your inside. You know what I mean? People start bleeding. Yeah, I heard of a lot of dudes starting to bleed and you know what I mean, and then infected because the fucking shit is you're using the same recycled, plastic for only yourself. But just imagine you take it in, put it out, take it in, put it out. Every time you use the bathroom, it's got to come out. So you know what I mean? So it's that's the message though that some of these youngsters need to know, man, how fucking nasty the shit you got to do. You know what I mean? And then say somebody passes that off to you, and then all of a sudden here comes the cops, and you got it in your hand. They expect you to throw that shit in your mouth. So now this dude just popped it out of his ass, and now you're supposed to put it in your mouth. Because if you get caught with it, it's bad. So you have to do all you can to secure this motherfucking thing, right? So it's all just like, who wants to live like that, bro? Who wants to live like that? And especially if you want to so-called move up the ranks, and well, they don't call it that. They call it further educating yourself. It gets nasty, bro. It's that comes first before anything. You know what I mean? These youngsters need to realize that. These youngsters need to realize that shit. And even the gangs East Coast. Once you get up in there, you ain't gonna be telling them, no, I'm not gonna do that, or I'm not gonna do this. That's all bad, bro. You follow suit, and you don't become what's that called when you don't listen? Subordinate.
Yeah, insubordinate.
Yep.
Insubordinate.
Yeah, you don't do all that shit. You're gonna put yourself in bad standings. They're gonna look at you like, oh, wait a minute, I thought you was down with this. It's like, man.
This
I
is
don't
one of
want
the
to get too
reasons
much
why
into
they
it,
invented
but
the metal chairs. They got the metal chairs. They sit you down to see, and they can tell if you got any razors in your rectum. It'll beep on the chair.
Yep. And then you got that one too. You put your chin on it. You seen that one, Carlos? You put your chin on that. Before you sit down, you put the chin on. You put your chin on there, and they can tell if you got anything in your mouth, any razors, any metal in your mouth. Yep.
Damn, I think we better make a public service announcement, bro.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. No te metan a por culo, pendejo.
Yeah, nada. En the cajuela, in the old trunk, the cajuela.
Exit only, my brother.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's what they say. But once you get there and if you're running with that, you ain't got no choice, because if you get caught with it, like I said, you're in deep shit, because there's so much intelligence on those papers, that you get caught with it. You're letting the administration know who's who, everything about them, all the questions they answered. It's no good. It's bad.
Bro, it's like riding kites in urine.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they do that too.
Bro,
Yeah.
the Dominican Republic, they ain't got no type of technology, man. None.
El Santo Domingo.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, Santo Domingo is so jacked up, bro. I had a buddy of mine. He had got locked down, and they deported him. Bro, when he got there, they put him in a jail right in Santo Domingo.
Yep.
Oh, he made that phone call. He called me up. He said, mira, me tienen en tal y tal sitio. El tipo me está cobrando 200 pesos y me suelta. That's exactly how they roll out there, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yep, yo le mandé Western Union, bro. 15 minutes later, my man called me back. Mira, ya estoy afuera. Fuck. Bro, that's how it works.
Bro, in the pen out there, if you ain't got people bringing you shit, you will starve to death, bro.
Yep.
You will starve to death. And they got everything in there, bro. Everything.
Yep.
2 or 3 times a week, they let the prostitutes in. If you got that kind of money, you can get some.
Yep.
That's all the Latin, most all the Latin prisons are like that, man. If you don't got no hustle, you ain't got no money being sent to you, you starving, bro. You starving, and you know, you even got to make your own little. You got to find your own little plastic bottles to make bowls out of, and all kinds of shit, man. I seen this one dude. That's all he did was he looked through the garbages for bottles so he can make bowls, and he would sell the bowls for like, I don't remember really, but you know that way. You know, if you don't got no bowl, you ain't eating the little shit they serve, and that shit ain't nothing. It's always like beans or some soup. You know what I mean? Every day.
Yeah.
You know.
It's sad, bro. For real, that's sad because you know you go into the joint, especially like out there, like Leo was saying, Santo Domingo, Mexico, all these places, bro. If you ain't got nobody, it's a wrap, man. You gotta hustle the same way you was doing on the street.
It is a wrap, bro.
And even in Presión in Puerto Rico, I seen it ain't all lovely either. You know what I mean?
Nope.
I seen dudes getting fed out of the same like being served like dogs, bro, with a big like a dog type dish, and all these cats are all eating out of it together. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, it's not just because it's a territory of the United States, people got that shit twisted, man. It's not all you know, pieces of cream or whatever. Fuck no.
And it's hot as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't no joke. All these Latin countries, man. I seen some, you know, Mexico's bad too, but I seen prisons in Peru, no joke. I seen prisons in what's that one? Belize, no joke. I seen prisons in let me see, what was the other one? Paraguay. El Salvador. I seen a prison in Guatemala. They ain't no joke. No joke. The gangs run it. Some of the places the gangs run it, but other places it's the cartel clique. You know.
Bro, the worst
I don't know
one
if you guys remember. Yeah.
The worst one I heard ever was in South Africa, bro.
Oh fuck.
Bro, if you get it twisted in South Africa, what they do is they get all the dudes that have HIV to give you that love dose, bro. Forceful. They forcefully introduce the love dose.
Holy. Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did I lose you guys?
Crazy.
No, we got
No.
you.
That's kind of like the prisons in Russia. Like people don't understand how some of these Russian guys, they laugh at the prison system over here compared to the way the prison system is over there. You know?
Is it my
I think it's on your end, Pop.
What is staticky?
Nah, I think he's going through the Panisi ghost thing.
The Ghost of Panisi again. Yeah, he always pays us a visit.
Yeah.
Yep.
The numbers gangs. Yep. James. Yeah, don't pull.
Yep. That's what they got out of prisons. I seen that in Belize. They got the 25s or 26s and the 27s.
Yeah.
And and matter of fact, no, I seen that in South Africa. It was South Africa. It wasn't Belize. It was South Africa, I think.
Yeah, the numbers gang.
And yeah, they're vicious too.
Bro,
Chris Trock, what's up, man? Yeah, it's vicious, man. That's why I'm saying, man. People say, you know, cruel and unusual punishment here, and you know, in the U.S. when they put you in the shoe and you're stuck in there for 30, 40 years, man. But on comparison to these third world countries and some of these other places, man, it's like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because of the conditions. But see, more so here, it's more of a mental. It's more of a mental, and it's true because it's a slow killing of your soul, you know, and only the mental, you know what I'm saying, if you're mentally strong, you survive. Listen, I did 3 months for investigation, 6 months for investigation, and 3 months on a charge in there. And I've seen guys, you know, just, I mean, like 2-3 days in there screaming. Not everybody's built to be inside of a cell by themselves. It's a mental drain. Like they'll start seeing things and start tripping out. It's just not for everybody. It just isn't.
Yeah. So imagine them guys. I know guys that were in there for freaking, 35, 40 years since like, well, no, let me see, since like 1986 till, when they recently kicked the guys out, which was like 2012, 2013. In there all those years, and then not only does it mess with your mind, it also messes with your eyesight because the lights, the way the lights are built, and the fact that you never see the sun. Every time you go to the yard, you never see the sun because the way the buildings are designed. You know what I mean? The sun never rises above the walls. All that shit messes with you.
There's nothing pretty about any of the prison systems, nothing pretty about being locked down, but it's one of the reasons why I can have a respect for men that again, that take their time. Cause
Mm-hmm. Look at that dude, Silverstein. He killed somebody, he killed a cop, but those were decades ago, man, and he never gave the staff no issues at all as far as holding his tray, getting crazy with them, throwing piss or urine or feces at them. Nothing that people out of control do. And yes, he was always, they would keep him from giving him like writing material. They would only give him so much, and for years until this man finally died. I mean, they made a specific cell for him. They had him tucked away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the bottom of the prison. He was in the bottom of the prison.
Yeah. I don't believe he deserved that. He didn't deserve that, even though he did what he did. But he gave so many years of disciplinary free time that it should have been, different.
But they still do it to this day right now. Like people, not a lot of people understand the whole process behind the diesel therapy. The diesel therapy, it's another form of that mind destruction. Torture. Because you don't get to rest. As soon as you get comfortable and you're ready to close your eyes, they picking you back up and you're going through the whole transfer process all over again. And then when you finally reach your destination, you go through the whole process again, and it's repeated, and it's repeated and repeated and repeated.
Yep, it is exactly, and they have so many different forms of that shit too. I mean, different ways they do it to people.
Give me a minute, gentlemen.
Yeah, do you think, bro? Yeah, bro. The system sucks, bro, all the way around. That's all we can say.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna, there's a couple guys, old guys that's been in the news lately. Bobby Manna is 91 years old, right? And you got little Vic Arena, he's like 87, 88 years old. This guy, and they both been down. One's been down about 35 years. The other one's been down like 31 years, 32 years, something like that. And these guys, Vic Arena, he's got dementia. He don't even know who he is. He's got to be changed like a baby. He's got to be fed. They got him in the federal system. He's in a nursing home. Not 24/7 care, pretty much. And it's just taxpayers are footing the bill. He could go home. He's no threat to nobody. They denied his release. Bobby Manna, 91. He's got diabetes, I believe, and some other ailments. These guys are not factors no more. They're old. Their grandfather, great grandfathers. Let them go home and finish out their couple years, man. You know what I mean? And that's just a couple of guys, but there's many people across the board that are sick, different ages, that are terminally ill, that, the taxpayers are just footing the bill on this stuff, and that's just a little bit of it. That's not even getting into the sentencing laws, that shit's ridiculous. You got guys that got caught with weed, they're doing life with weed. Come on.
And that's the most expensive bill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro. It's sad, bro. You see, it's all a business, man.
It's the biggest business in the United States, bro.
Yes.
Straight up. That's all it is. Business, like you said. Straight business.
Nah, it is, bro. But yeah, I don't know, bro. It's so many things have changed, man, and it's like, damn. We remember growing up and going through all the drama and the system and all that bullshit, but then look at it now. What has really changed in the system?
Nothing.
What has really
Worse.
changed, bro? It's gotten
And,
worse.
well, I tell you one thing that changed in the Feds. The Feds is now, instead of it being like, plush like everybody used to think, with all
Yeah,
these white collar crimes and organized crime type deals. Now it's gang members in there, because a lot of these gang members are getting either RICO charges, but they're getting gun beefs, and big drug operations, and they're full of gang members and bikers now. Gang members and bikers.
that's what the feds turned into, bro. No Club Med no more.
Nope.
No, yeah, they stopped it. Same thing with the food. I remember when I did my bid, we had salad bars, we had everything. All that was pulled. The weights were pulled. The institution movies were pulled. A lot of stuff was pulled.
Yeah, yeah. Chris Rock said it. We are literally going in reverse. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that. But it's more reality. It's not. It feels like that, but it's on the reality side. It's crazy.
Have a good night, James.
Yo, good night.
Who's leaving, James?
Yeah, James.
Good night, James Jameson.
Double J. I call him Double J. But I reached out to iTalk a couple days ago. And I emailed him. Chapo.
Yeah, I just got a notice from him. I guess they went live, or they're going live.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta show 'em some love. Lou, you dropped the channel?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm dropping iTalk. I just dropped Stay Awake TV. Go check out Stay Awake TV. He's not, again, the awake doesn't have nothing to do with woke or none of that. It's just, he's trying to tell everybody stay awake and stay out of lockup. So he does some reaction to different videos, and he also tells his life story. He's got a hell of a story so far that I've heard. He's not even halfway done with it. So go check him out.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
yo, we talk wackos. Damn, bro, that's your family reunion, bro.
Oh, Yo-Yo's back. Hey, Yo-Yo, I thought you were supposed to come back with paperwork proving I was a rat, you clown.
Bro, you know,
Goddamn fool. My paperwork's straight, you fucking clown.
Oh man.
But it's been pretty good. One troll in the last,
That's what's up, man. Like I said.
You know what we forgot to touch on, Nelson? We forgot to touch on the stamps and the repercussions. That was funny.
Oh yeah. That's probably gonna be our next show, bro. We're gonna talk about the maybe Leo wants to jump on for that one, bro. We got
Yeah.
Leo, we're gonna be talking about when we were growing up, how the stamps used to float around and what the meanings were, and how important the spots were to certain individuals.
And how you had to you had to do a reaction, because a lot of topics that's been going on this week was the incident that took place at the mob funeral fight that's been so popular topic with the bananas.
Yep. Yeah, that's something that like I said, we're gonna touch base on a lot of little things that have to do with that. You know what I mean? And bring it to a street level where it's not how could I say it? It's not about that political bullshit. At the end of the day.
No, not.
But Mod, start throwing your links out there. There was some stuff. Claudio Perry, of course, up to Claudio Perry, one of our
Claudio Perry rock
favorite supporters.
Claudio Perry, yeah. Claudio Perry has some. You guys like to listen to some soothing music. He does a little rock. They got a little rock on there too, like classic, kind of like classic rock sounding. Contemporary music. So, stuff that'll calm you. Keep you in a calm mood. I suggest everybody go over there, check them out.
Guys, can we get Leo's
Yeah, I was gonna get to.
Oh yeah.
You got it, Carlos?
I'll grab it. I'll grab Leo's.
Beautiful. Yeah, we're like I said, we got a couple of things on the plate, and we're gonna surprise some people, and do our content like we wanted to.
And Claudio Perry slowly but surely becoming the king wrench.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well deserved. He does a good job as a moderator.
Yes, definitely. I had a little
He does.
confusion earlier with baby girl because she showed up without a wrench. I wasn't sure,
Yeah.
but I see her now, so I know she's got, I guess, two names there.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Yeah, yeah. I caught on to it. I was like, all right, let me look and see, and it was.
Oh, so that's what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
It was very entertaining. I enjoyed this one.
Oh yeah, bro. It is what it is, and always a pleasure having Leo on, bro. Leo got a break. See, Leo comes on and he puts us off of the bleachers, like they said the last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
he's good. I like Leo. Leo's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Good. He just has he's a good soul, you know.
yeah. Rest in peace, Vince Scully, best sports
Yeah, Vince Scully. Yeah, Vince Scully
Wow.
passed.
Rest in peace.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Dropping also I'm dropping Adam's channel. I met Adam a few days ago, last week sometime. His channel is called Australian Prison Stories. It used to be Aussie Prison Talks. Now it's Australian Prison Stories, and he's got about 20 years in and out of the joint over there.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man.
Did you drop
And,
Lion
we
King?
gotta- I'm getting there. I haven't got there yet. I'm going in order. You want to do it?
I got it.
Okay. Anyways, this guy Adam from Australian Prison Stories, he subbed to us the other day too.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like I said, we got a good community, bro. We can
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can have
so-
chats.
Yeah. Because you know what I noticed, man, is that a lot of the bigger channels, they don't really, I'm not gonna say not saying they don't mess with us, like just us. I'm saying us, like in the smaller channels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the smaller channels, especially Vegas Prison Stories, he pushes us. You know what I mean? He pushes for us. So, it's all good. So I feel compelled to do the same for them.
Yep, like
Not
Lion
that I
King.
feel like I owe, not that I feel like I owe them or any of that, just because it is what it is.
Chris Trock, that's that's Leo. He's up on the screen. His YouTube is Lip Gloss Laxative channel link. That's up right up to Carlos Munoz put it up.
Yeah, what does that even mean? I don't want to find out.
Nah, bro.
Let me see.
Oh man.
Just give me a minute. I'm looking. It's like it's not showing up, but I know I have it subscribed. Latin Pain.
Latin Pain?
Okay, I got him.
You got him?
Yeah, I'll put him on next after this one.
Give our brother Kane Shade. Kane Shade's a shout out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Claudia Perry, you're an awesome mod. You feel comfortable dropping any link you want. It's good. That's one thing about our mods. We let our mods drop whatever links they want.
Yes, yes, yes. Anything you want to drop, you drop it, man.
Matter of fact, let me go grab Lefties.
Yep.
That's right. You're gonna watch. You guys watching the replay or anything? Yeah, we support Lefty Guns. Those who like it. Those who don't, don't.
And to be honest with shit, we were with him before really anybody. Shit, you know, can't. I don't
Yeah.
like that shit, man. We don't tell people where to go. Don't come with that shit.
Yeah, we
No,
ain't
we're
even
not
going.
doing.
Yeah, we ain't gonna even go there,
Yep.
bro. Because like
Yep.
we said,
Yeah, we're not.
we're done with that shit. You know, it is what it is. We're going on with us.
Yes,
And that's
sir.
it. It's the
Yes,
final
sir.
countdown. You know, I think, like I said, we got good people coming in the chat. People are, they're asking questions. Hopefully, we answered them. You know, and just enjoying the talk.
Absolutely. And we gotta drop
Absolutely.
armchair.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Look at Chris Rock, man. I thought my hair grew back tonight. LOL, reminiscing. That's it, man. You gotta reminisce.
Absolutely. Memories. They're there. You know.
We got the good, the bad. You know, it is what it is.
You already dropped Leo?
Yes, Leo is
Okay.
there.
And Claudio, I think Claudio dropped Justice Tech Pros already too, right?
Just yes.
I'm gonna drop all of a sudden.
There you go.
And then I'll go up.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you want to drop
No, I'm gonna drop. Drop Justice Text. I'm also gonna drop the We Push Back. See, the reason I hadn't dropped the We Push Back movement, I wanted one of the mods here that was from the We Push Back to push it because I didn't want them spinning the narrative saying, "Yeah, you guys stepped down from We Push Back and you're over there promoting the channel," which we're always gonna be supporters. So, but that's why I hadn't done it, but I will.
Yep.
I'm gonna do BK Skip right now. Camille.
Mel, what's going on?
Kumel, good to see you, buddy.
What is it called? Driving New York with BK Skip?
Yes.
It doesn't matter as long as I got the link there. But yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
C Riders, what's happening?
What up?
Oh yeah, C-Rod. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab. He's here. I'm gonna grab his channel right now off the channel.
Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, I didn't even know he had a channel till the other day. Yeah, but the Raiders are on. That's what he's talking about.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna drop Grant Calder too.
Absolutely.
So if you're into soccer, he's big into soccer.
Grant Calder's my brother. Grant just doesn't give a. Grant's gonna do what Grant want to do, and I have the utmost respect for that man because I'm the same way. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Nobody's gonna tell me any different.
There it is. C Riders, congratulations, brother. Now you can drop your own link.
That's right. Big guy, good to see you, my brother.
Big guy.
Yeah, what's up, big guy? Yeah, C Ryder. I subbed to his channel the other day. I didn't even know he had a channel. I think Carlos dropped the link. You dropped the link the other day, so I hit it and boom, I went over there.
Yeah, I just dropped it now. You know, people go to subscribe and show support to those links we dropped in the chat.
That's what's up.
I'm dropping what it do, what they gonna do.
Don't forget our brother, the Endu.
Michael Moormill, you're another one, brother. At the end of the day, you're a grown man. You support who you support. You go visit who you want to visit.
There you go.
And those who like it, like it. Those who don't, they don't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't always have to agree with everything, you know, but, you know, you don't knock nobody for who they choose to be friends with.
Yes. Bam, bam.
And shout out, matter of fact, that's another one I'm gonna drop. 556.
556. Our brother.
Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith.
That's right. They've always supported us, so we support them back. That's the way it's supposed to be.
He's a good man. He's definitely a good man.
Yeah. Sounds like we're all on a work computer, bro.
Yeah. We're all doing. We're a little light with the Mars tonight.
Yeah. You know how that works, bro. It's all good, though. It's all
Oh,
good.
absolutely. We can do it. This is what we do. Shit,
Yep.
we all have wrenches at one time. We still do in other channels, so we're used to it.
Yep.
I just dropped my little link to my channel. I do that channel in between times that we do videos here.
Yep.
I've done mostly sports topics, but I've done I dropped a couple things, shorts on like RIP, on people that's been passing away.
Yeah.
I put my car on there. I washed it up the other night. Couple prison stories on there. So yeah.
You passed that 200 mark, didn't you?
Yeah, just matter of fact, with your help today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit it today. Matter of fact,
That's 203.
I got it.
That's what's up. Shout out for that one, boy.
Yeah, and anybody that's listening, if you guys, there's something that you want us to cover or something like that, excuse me, shoot it, and we'll talk about it and see what we can do.
Look what C. Ryder says. I noticed that Lechon thumbnail the other day for the stream. Absolutely. Nelson did that.
Lechon asado, chacho. Man, ahora tengo ganas de comer lechón, me cago en nada. That's the last.
Lechon con guineo.
Bro, bro. I think it's
for those who don't know it. Yeah, for those of you who don't know what lechon is pork.
Man.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Pork. Yeah.
See, Ryder say he can eat lechon every day. Hell yeah, I wish, bro. Bro. Oh.
I have no problem with the swine.
That's right. Shit.
Where are you located at, C. Riders? The blood pressure through the roof with the skin. Yeah.
Oh, the skin is the best part. Oh.
Yeah, I don't do it. The skin don't work too good with me now with that top row gone. So.
Oh, shit. Yo, you know what, man? It's funny you said that because, I had the pleasure of meeting my great grandmother or great grandmother, and
oh, shit. Wow.
She had one tooth, my brother, one tooth. Bro, she used to take bones and rip them up like nothing, bro. Bro, the chuleta, the fucking boy. Oh, man, bro.
You got to make do. I make do.
Bro. Nelson, you said you met your great-grandmother?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And that's that's how I felt. Like, really? I got
so you had a great grandmother, you had a great grandmother, a great grandmother, and a grandmother all living still, huh? Wow.
That wasn't that. Yeah, it didn't last too long, but I met my great grandmother's aunt, and she was 100 and something. Bro, you talk about Taino? Bro, the hair. I mean, straight long hair.
Long. Yeah.
Bro, it was unreal, man. I gotta look and see if I got a picture of her, man.
Yeah, that was like I met my great grandmother, which was my grandfather's mother.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember her too. I remember her name, se llama Flora, and I remember, and there's some pictures. I was about 4 or 5 tops, But same thing with her. She would keep her hair in a bun, but the hair was long. You know what I mean? Little
Yeah.
bitty lady too, little small lady.
Yeah, bro, it is. It is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird, man. But you know, back in them days, people lasted, bro. I mean, you talk about 100 something, man. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Pain like Bane.
Cousin Paulie.
Cousin Paulie's in the house.
What up, Cousin Paulie?
Cousin Paulie, my guy. That's what's up. That's another good brother that's been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Look at Brad Tolomeo said his great grandmother lived to 104.
Yeah, bro. It's weird.
My grandma-
Wow, that's
yeah.
a blessing.
That's my grandma, my mom's mom lived to 91, right? Now that's nowhere near 104, but what I was gonna get to was that my grandma's family, like her brothers and sisters, man, she had one sister that lived to 84. She had one sister like maybe 78, and all the rest of them died between 55 and like 70. You know what I mean? A lot of bad health, you know. But my grandma pulled it out, 91 years old. So she lived like 20 years longer than most of her siblings.
Yeah.
You know, she was the last one left. She was the last one. Hernandez, last one.
My great grandmother hit 98,
Wow.
and she was too. You know the chewing tobacco, bro. The big pieces up to 98. She always had her chewing tobacco.
Wow. Yeah, bro. It is because I remember back in PR, they used to deal with tobacco.
Yep.
That's all they did, bro. Chew tobacco. I was like, damn, bro. I tried that shit. I was like, oh, hell no.
The thick pieces of that chewing tobacco. She's still with it up to chewing tobacco and black coffee, just like her daughter, my grandmother. That's why I'm so a coffee fanatic. I grew up as a kid drinking black coffee with my grandmother. It was our secret.
Wow. See, that's that shit, bro. Yeah.
Yep. They that's the thing. You hear a lot of stories over the years of grandsons and then the grandmother kicking it. You know what I mean? So
you always gotta, you gotta thank God that you're able to meet, grandparents, great grandparents, stuff like that, and it's like it's you tend to remember it more when you're older. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow.
Yep. My grandmother rocked. My first firearm was given to me, and my second one she bought for me. And other people were like, "Wow, that sounds crazy," but yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah. See, that's what I meant by that when I said, little boys with their grandmother or great grandmother, and I didn't go into what I was really meaning, but what you just said, I heard stories from my cousins, which were my mom's cousins, first cousins, about things that my great grandmother used to do for them, like give her pills, some of her pain pills, and giving them money to go buy shit they shouldn't be buying. You know what I mean? Don't tell your dad type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Giving them cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'll never forget it. It was a Smith & Wesson pump 12 gauge, and he had came to the building and something jumped off where they had the spot in my building closed down, so he wanted just to get rid of it. So my buddy comes, knocks on the door. He's like, "Hey man, there's a guy downstairs with a military like long book bag," and he had this long. I mean, it was like a 20-inch barrel Smith & Wesson pump shotgun. And I remember I was like, I had nothing on me, and I ran upstairs and I was like, "Grandma, I need some money." She was like, "What are you gonna buy?" I was like, I don't want to tell you what it is, but I need $40. She goes, "Okay." She gave me the $40, and then she tells me what you bought, and I showed it to her. And she was like, "Okay." I went to Frank's Sporting Goods. Frank's Sporting Goods on Tremont Avenue. I bought the pistol grip stock. Got a hacksaw for my buddy. Cut that barrel down, and I had me a compact.
Oh shit! There you go.
The memory.
Down, huh? Chop them
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No doubt. Hey, what's up? What's up, peoples? Big Lou dropped the link, man. Nobody showed me no love. Giving me a sub. Nobody loves Big Lou no more. Good gracious alive.
I remember my buddy being upset. He lived under me. He had a pigeon coop, and a hawk came, and the hawk came to go get his birds, and he's screaming out the window. I run up to the roof with the 12 gauge. I couldn't hit it, and he was like, "That's what happens when you cut it."
Yep, you lost that fucking, yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, my brothers, it's been real.
I wouldn't mess with that.
Time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We want to thank everybody that showed up. We want to thank Leo, Lipstick Laxative, for showing up. Good brother.
Say that 5 times, huh?
Yep. All our subscribers for coming in and showing us love and hanging out with us, the No Fly Zone, and everybody be easy.
Definitely, definitely. We will see you Friday. Yeah,
yes,
right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Friday.
today's Wednesday. Yep.
Yep. Friday. Oh, one more. I want to give a shout out to Joe McDougal, my brother, Tania Moonstar, my sister, and Joe Babe.
That's what's up, man.
Yep. Thanks to everybody for stopping by. Like always, you guys already know we appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Definitely, definitely. All
Yeah,
right.
hit that like button.
Yep.
Hit that like button and give Big Lou a sub.
Yeah, give
All right, y'all.
love. All right, guys.
Especially like sports. Yeah.
Peace, big.
Hey, Nelson, give me a call tomorrow. I want to go over something with you.
Okay, you got it. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Have a good one.
All right, fellas. All right, brothers.
Be easy, everybody. Be easy, my brothers.
Peace.
Yep. Buenas noches.